everyone, and welcome to this HearthstoneChampion.com gameplay video. I am Pro Explorer 706, and today we're going to be examining our own Emperion's hybrid zoo deck list. It takes some cards from the original classical zoo and the new demon zoo and merges them together in a happy medium. And you'll see throughout the gameplay where the cards from the old version and the new version really come together and combo really well. The article is really good at explaining exactly what this deck does, so I'll put a link to the website in the bottom left corner of this video. Please click on over to that and you can read Drew's article, Drew or Emperion, whichever one you want to call him. Check it out and make sure you give us a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Without further ado, let's get right into game one. Alright guys, in game one it looks like we're going up against a rogue. Right off the bat we have the Voidwalker, which is definitely a good card to keep in any opening hand. It can protect your Flame Imps or Knife Jugglers or any 2-drop you want to drop afterwards. Sea Giant's not super important here because I don't know that he's necessarily going to have a lot of minions on the board, so we might drop that off too. And obviously Dr. Boom we can't use till later, so we'll see what we get here. Okay, this is okay. A Power Overwhelming, you ideally want to combo with the Nerubian Egg or something else to just have a really valuable trade. We're just going to drop the Void Walker down. Nice shiny gold Void Walker. Pass it on over. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Warlock is a good class to have this aggressive high-speed deck because of your ability to tap. To life tap, it's a hero power, draw a card and take 2 damage. Being able to accelerate your deck like that is very valuable. Haunted Creeper was a good top deck here, so we're just going to drop that on the board and swing right into his face for 1 massive point of damage. Okay, he's going to weapon up here. He does have the coin. Alright, so we have a coin, Deadly Poison. That's pretty good for him. I'm probably not going to play anything else. Actually, you know what? If I could play Abusive Sergeant, that's actually okay if he wants to use it on that. So we have a double Power Overwhelming, so that's a potential for a lot of burst. I'm just going to go ahead and tap here. Alright, that's fine. We drew into our Imp Gang boss. We're just going to use our Abusive here and just start speeding up and trying to pressure him down. So he can use the weapon on the 2-1, which is not great for him. It's a 3-attack weapon. It's kind of a waste. So he's going to use it on the Creeper here and probably Fan of Knives. That's a really big momentum swing in his favor, unfortunately. And, you know, that's always a risk that they're going to have that card. Imp Gang Boss is okay, but Void Caller is better because he could pull that out of our hand for free, potentially. This synergizes so well in a deck where you have a fair amount of demons. And this one we run the Imp Gang Boss, we run Mal'Ganis, Doom Guards, and as well as... we're going to get the Imp Gang Boss out here for free too. That's great. So now we have the ability to make a really good trade on our part. Oh, and the Nerubian Egg is great to get out here as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll tap because we're not going to play Defender of Argus this turn. And we'll just play the, since we're going to plan on playing Defender of Argus or maybe even Power Overwhelming and comboing it with our Egg. Defender of Argus also works well with Imp Gang Boss because you can beef up your 1-1s into 2-2s with Taunt, which is pretty nice, so... Definitely not bad. And we also drew the Mistress of Pain, which, you know, that's fine too. Alright, so this seems to be a version of Mech Rogue, which is, you know, it's okay. If you get the Iron Senseis out on a good target, it can be kind of hard to deal with, but nothing too crazy. Play a double Defender here. So what I think we're going to do is actually, I want to go ahead and taunt up a Mistress of Pain as well. Just to get some more... lifesteal, essentially, is what that is. It's whenever this minion deals damage. Restore that much health to your hero. It's really nice because you can actually tap, essentially, for free. And I'm just going to go into face. I don't really care about worrying about that because I'm getting him kind of low and putting some pressure on. And we have massive burst. We have 8 damage in our hand for 2 mana if we want it. So keeping that in mind is important. This hand, actually, we have a total of, we could get 10 extra damage in a swing. We could actually win next turn if he doesn't play a taunt or kill anything. Or if he just kills the egg. We'll see what he decides to do here. Rogue has access to a lot of different removal and ways to alter the board state, so we'll see what he does. Taking his time. Alright, so he's going to Shiv, draw a card. We actually didn't have lethal anyway. I think we would have been 1 off with everything. Or 2 off or something. We would have been close. Oh, he runs Defy as Ringleader. I haven't seen that card in quite a while. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. And it seems like he's just going to take another damage point and weapon up. Okay, well that's not a really big deal to us. We're okay with that. And he's going to go ahead and give us a 4/4. But now we might have... Oh, now we definitely have lethal. Okay, that was easy. This is just a showcase of the massive amounts of burst this deck is capable of. That's 15 damage for 7 mana, and then we healed it all back up, and we had a ton on the board. So, good game. We're off to a good start. We'll think about that as we go into Game 2. Alrighty, in Game 2 we are up against a mage. So many varieties of mage out and about right now, there's no point in even trying to guess off the bat what it is. So I don't have an activator for the egg, I'll drop it, but a 1/2 is a good start, so yeah, 1/2/4. It's not bad. Flame Imp is a really good start. And Mistress or Haunted Creeper, I guess depending on what they throw out. What they decide to do with their turn 1. Alright, got a coin unstable portal. We'll see if it's anything he can play right off the bat. If it's a 3-drop or less, he can play it. It was not. Okay, I think the Mistress is okay here.
I can ease your pain.
We're not going to get any more damage one way or the other. He doesn't have a creature on the board, so I wasn't super worried about getting the creeper out there. Creepers are really good for making valuable trades, generally speaking. We'll be happy to drop it on turn 3, though, and if we get a 1-drop to synergize it with, use our mana efficiently, that'll be okay. Alright, so we lost our Flame Imp there to the Flame Cannon. It's a pretty good card. And we drew a 1-drop, so we're just going to play out our hand. A Flame Cannon is running the Tempo Mages that I've been seeing. That's one thing I've noted. Unstable Portal is running several different types. These are all things you want to be thinking about. Okay, so he didn't get anything amazing from his Unstable Portal. It's a Drake Corsairus. Nothing amazing, so... We're going to go ahead and use Implosion on that and hope for a high roll, and that'd be ideal. And we got one. Perfect. We got a 3 damage Implosion, so we got 3 1/1s off of it. I'm not super scared of any mage AoE at 4 mana. Typically, Flame Strike is the main one run, and Blizzard, even in the Freeze Mage decks, has been very popular. I don't take it this is Freeze Mage, but can't ever tell. Unstable Portal is generally not running Freeze Mage as far as I remember. But he doesn't have anything else to play, so it certainly could be. Or he could be experimenting a new kind of deck, because, you know, innovating is very important. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and... See, he's going to be at 5 mana next turn. We're just going to go ahead and pressure him pretty hard here, and we're just going to tap down. See what we get. Alright, got another Implosion. Generally speaking, there's a lot of merit to tapping first. Just because you want to know what all of your options are before you start playing things. In this case, it didn't matter a whole lot. Yeah, he's already extraordinarily low. And I have the Defender of Argus here. Oh, I have too many minions. Look at that, so my creepers won't do much good to kill off. I think we're just going to taunt these guys up here. And I'll finish off the Drake just to open up the board a little bit more. And again, I didn't tap first, but it didn't really matter in this case. I wasn't going to have lethal. It didn't change the state of the game. We have lethal next turn, absolutely, if you can't get out of this. Oh, there's the Blizzard. Okay, so he did have it. We're going to get 2 minions off of that to be able to swing with. He'll be down to 8. Oh, the Mal'Ganis, that's great. So we actually have lethal here because of the power overwhelming into the Doomguard. That's just another reason, like, burst and finishing people off is so important. Alright, that's a pretty good game too. We're having some short games here, so we probably end up doing more than 3, but we'll just roll right on into the next one. Game 3 mirror match. See what he's packing today. These are 2 good starting cards to have, and Knife Juggler synergizes very well with the Haunted Creeper. Dr. Boom, not necessary to keep in the opener here. There would be an egg. We don't have an activator for it right off the bat, but we have a few in the deck we could draw into. Excuse me. Let's just see what he does on his turn 1. This game took an awfully long time to connect, so he could be having connectivity issues. We'll have to see. Alright. Generally with Warlock, in the first 2 turns you can get a decent idea of what style of deck it is. Handlock and Zoolock are the most popular ones. Demon Lock is kind of like in between there somewhere. We're just going to throw out the Flame Imp. It's a solid turn 1 play. No sense in coining out the Knife Juggler. I feel like that's way too greedy for a potential Dark Bomb. I don't know about way too greedy, but it's pretty greedy. Just going to play a Creeper of my own here, potentially. Actually, we have an Egg activator, so Egg is actually... That's actually okay. Abusive Sergeant. If he plays a 2 health minion, that would be really great for me. He could play an Abusive Sergeant of his own. Oh, there's the Dark Bomb I was speaking of. I'm assuming that would have been my Knife Juggler's fate if I had played it. There's not a whole lot of reason for me to Abusive Sergeant that. Since he just used a Dark Bomb and I already have a Knife Juggler. Alright, I just want to get... looks to be running a similar deck to me, so... I want to start getting a little bit more pressure on him. And now I have my... If my Knife Juggler survives this turn, and I have something to trade my Creeper into the next turn, I can play my second Knife Juggler and get a pretty potentially insane play. He's going to tap down, see what he gets. And just decides to go face. Okay. That's not a problem, per se. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot get my my Sea Giant out quite yet, but in this matchup, it's generally pretty favored that I might. Oh yeah, my Knife Juggler's telling me to go face. I'm just going to go face. So we already have him down to 15 on turn 4, or after our turn 4, which was really good. There's no telling what he has in his hand, though. This is casual mode, so people usually tend to experiment a little bit more here. This is a deck I wasn't 100% comfortable with, although I know it's not the most difficult deck to play. I figured since I'm laddering really seriously right now and I'm on a good grind, I hit rank 9 today, I'm just going to make some of these videos in the casual mode and see what we can come up with. Some good results. Alright, so we ended up getting a really low Sea Giant here, which is really good. We'll see where the knives drop. Alright, we'll go ahead and slam our Haunted Creeper in here and see where we get 4 knives here. We might as well see where they go. I am just going to go ahead and power overwhelming the egg. There's no real harm in doing it. And I'll use 1 Knife Juggler to clear off his second proc and then just go straight to the face. And then we'll get 2 more knives off, putting him down to 8. Yeah, so this was an amazing start. This guy's had a lot of trouble. I don't see how he actually deals with this entire board right now. He'd have to Molten Giant Shadow Flame, I think would be the only way that he can affect my entire board. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Nerubian Egg, Hellfire. No, that still doesn't cut it. That's game. Alright, game 3 victory. We'll keep playing some more. We've only had 14 minutes of footage so far, so we'll go into a game 4. Alright guys, in the 4th game of this video, we are going up against a Priest. So we've got to play a few different classes, which is good. It gets you, show you how the deck performs under different circumstances. Here, this is not a great opener. The Imp Gang boss is okay to keep because it's a nice 3-drop. And we are going first. Okay, so we got a good 1-drop, a good 3-drop, and hopefully somewhere in between we'll have 2 chances to draw a 2-drop before we have to do anything on turn 2. Worst case scenario, we tap down. Imp Gang boss is really good to have. Flame Imp is an excellent start against Priest because they tend to like to get that Cleric out turn 1, and we can punish that. Unless he does a Cleric Coin Power Word Shield, then otherwise we can't. We can trade We can't even trade evenly into it because we'll put it down to 2 health and he could heal it to 4. So that's the nightmare situation right off the bat. We did draw the Knife Juggler, which is I think is fine to play against Priest. Some have been running Holy Smite, some haven't, as far as I know. So Priest has pretty limited options turn 1 in most cases. It's either Cleric or start getting whapped on. Priest is kind of annoying for a deck like this where we want to keep their life totals low so we can burst them all at once. They do have a lot of ways to keep their life totals up. Obviously with their hero power being the most obvious method. There are other ways as well, other spells that allow them to.
I greet you.
Alright, he didn't have anything. We're just going to drop right into the Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler synergizes very well with Imp Gang Boss, due to the fact that you can pop off those 1/1s, so when they're summoned, you're going to proc your Knife Juggler passive. Alright, he's got a coin, 3-drop. Oh, this is a Dragon Priest. Okay. I can dig it. A very valuable play we could make here is to Abusive Sergeant and trade there. We're going to tap first since that's what we want to do. See if we get anything better. That's not necessarily better.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
But that potentially allows us to get 3 more damage. I don't know how greedy that is. He can kill that for free. No, I like this better. This is a more proactive play. That was a much more proactive play. And we have our Void Caller for turn 4. He could, I mean, we have a lot of demons. Ideally, he gets the Doomguard out for free, but you never know. And we don't want to overextend into Holy Nova here. That's something I find myself doing. I tell myself, oh, it'll be okay. It's, you know, it's no problem. And it ends up swinging the game so largely that I can't overcome it. So we are not going to be just spamming the board. Although we don't have anything that really dies to Holy Nova in this case. Let's see. I cannot kill off my own Void Caller, unfortunately. What we can do, a few options. We could drop Doomguard, risk losing the other Doomguard, which kind of stinks. What we can do is go for some Knife RNG. Did not get one there. We don't have to get any knife hits on it. I guess ideally at that point, nothing. It's okay to just trade that down and go straight to face. It makes his Holy Nova okay. He'll kill 2 of my creatures. I'll get a Doomguard guaranteed. And he can't Shadow Word it, so it's actually really bad for him either way. That's why I wasn't super worried about it. He'll kill 2 creatures, but I'll end up getting a really good 5-drop. I can follow it up with my other Doomguard, probably ending the game. Let's see. We've got 6, 8, 9, 14 exactly.
Who dares summon me?
And that's how you do it, folks. Zoo Autopilot. Apparently it's just unstoppable in casual mode. So that was another really good game. We have time for one more as long as it's not too long, so we'll try to get to game 5 in real quick. Alright guys, in our 5th and final game we're going up against another priest. Maybe it'll just be the old Dragon Priest like we saw last time. This is an okay hand. I don't really love the Abusive Sergeant or the Power Overwhelming because we don't have any egg or anything to synergize it with right off the bat. Okay, so this is an amazing hand, potentially. I see right off the bat, I actually prefer to go first against priests, but you can't always have your way. Flame Imp is a pretty good answer to that as long as he doesn't have the Power Word Shield, which in a lot of cases they do, in some cases they don't. So we'll see what he's got. A really nice way for this hand to flow would be Mistress of Pain next turn and then coin Defender of Argus onto both of them. He did have the Power Word, which is pretty annoying, but I'm just going to go to his face. If he's not gonna trade it, I'm just going to go and not worry about it. He doesn't have an obvious way to deal with the Knife Juggler. And now I have 2 minions on the board where I could kill it off of a worst case scenario. I picture him drawing a card off of this now, which is pretty slow for him, honestly.
Is someone injured?
Okay, he's going to draw 2 cards off of that now. Which isn't great, but what are you going to do? Luckily, with the Defender of Argus plan, we can kill both of them right now. Yeah, I think that's still the best play.
My shield for Argon.
Yeah, we'll just get rid of both of them. Why not? He's still a turn off Holy Nova. We'll get 10 damage on him here. And we have nothing that dies to Holy Nova in our hand. Well, I do not like this card. People are trying to make it work, and I am just not a fan of it. I get it. Okay, if you get a Villain's Chosen off on it, it's pretty good. You know, it's good, but it's not amazing or anything. What to do here? I can play two. I'm gonna try and play as many creatures as possible, and I think the ones I actually want to play are the Void Caller and the Imp Gang boss. Try and get 2 knives or 1 knife. 1 knife to hit. 1 knife. Okay, my knife jugglers are the greediest things ever. So he might get that Villain's Chosen we were talking about, but we have the Doom Guard and tons of burst and a good board. If he doesn't Villain's Chosen, he Holy Novas, which is not great. 2 creatures die, which we already got our value out of those. We'll get creatures off of it, and we'll get more of a board developed. It's really not that big a deal. And if he doesn't have it, he's in pretty bad trouble. Alright, so he didn't have it. He's got some dragons, though. He's packing some dragons in there. We have, on the board, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. We are 1 damage off. Lethal. I'm just going to load the board.
I can ease your pain.
This is the one I'm not going to send face, though. That was worth killing that off, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't foresee him getting out of this. Holy Nova's not amazing for him, even. Like I mentioned, this won't die. I'll get 2 more minions from this. This will die, but generate 1 more. I'll lose that, and I won't lose either of these, so... It is what it is. Alright, he's going to kill off our taunts. I mean, even if he heals, he's in so much trouble. Okay, yeah. That's going to be game. Dragon Priest, 2 in a row. I don't really know. Alright, well this is just overkill, but we're going to do it anyway. We have it. Alright guys, Hybrid Zoo, made by our own Emperion of HearthstoneChampion.com. Please feel free to check out the website. Look at his article on this deck. It's actually really good. He has some good insights. We have launched our coaching service officially as well. So if you use the coupon code NACL Gaming on the website when you're checking out in the store, you will get a 3% discount, which is crazy good. So we'll give you you can get an hour lesson, you can get a group lesson, you can get deck doctor assistance. We can have an expert help you with your deck list if you're trying to create one or anything like that. So please check that out and give us a thumbs up and a subscribe on this video, and have a good day.